Hey there friends, welcome to the conclusion of week 139 of Aether raids. My name's Indulger. We're going to have 3 fights today, but first we're going to look at a defensive overview of this week's results. The defense is in, there is nothing else to come in. I previously looked at this on day 1, part 1, so if you're not interested in this, there's a timestamp in the video description below, which you can skip to today's offensive fights. We've got about 10 minutes of review, so we'll have the opportunity to talk some shop while we look at this. Alright, so first off, I've noted here is that Lucina is in danger. They either don't see it or they had no choice. I think both. Yeah, they really had no choice, but yeah, I mean, you could have probably put Milla there, so at least they didn't get the guard off. And then Ike is going to have to deal with Byleth for the first time. I've had some hit and miss with Byleth beating Ike, so now you can see that Ike got full HP back from the healing tower there, but that was enough for them to quit. Good enough for me. This only scores -50, so I was a little worried if I did lose, it's going to be higher than normal. But here's a really scary +10 Spring Idun with near save, Adel, and far saving herself. They're in a perfect little cross formation where only the Milla is in danger here. But this is the only spot in the field where, well, never mind, they actually went backwards, so they're completely protected. So let's see how I can deal with a far save team. Not great, because that Spring Idun is super gross. And Byleth, even though he's getting dragon effective damage, but he's not, because Spring Idun just invalidated all that. And I'm just basically clinking here, and that was gross. So this is the meta. This is it. There's not much that beats this. Even with Byleth, Spring Idun eliminates Byleth. So if you have a Spring Idun, I definitely see her in play more often now because of Byleth. That's basically the counter to him. And you can say the counter to that counter is, well, just run a freaking duo structure, Indulger. Well, I don't have a duo unit to run on light at the moment, so I'm waiting for some other gross thing to occur. And that was some just nifty moves by Captain Hunt. We're going to actually rematch them later in the episode, so stay tuned for that. Really impressive. Next, we've got Gangrel at +10. This is going to be their tank. Man, I don't know if you use dagger tanks. I don't see it very often. It's probably for a reason, but I really like this. I really like this. They actually managed to get out. They've got 3 backline structures removed, so they can tank this. You can see he's being completely clobbered by that speed tower shrine, and he's just doing nothing to Leaf, which is fine. He's got Pulse Smoke, so he's going to at least survive and live another day here, but with no healing tower in the back line, I mean, this works both ways. If you try to tank the back line and you can't heal, you're just going to run out of movement and options here, and unfortunately, Gangrel's at 1 HP. He's got no support, and this is just going to be... Okay, Dancer gets on the action, but then the Nott just comes through, and they can't do much else. Tactics Room level 8. I feel like I'm seeing Tactics Room level 8 all over the place this week. But in this case, what is this? Another Tactics Room in the same boat? Is a YouTuber like made this popular? I'm really surprised I keep seeing the same orientation. But I like this. This is a gray. I don't see gray all the time. I don't see red tanks all the time. But he's here, it looks like, for a cav line counter. Everybody's scared of these cav lines, and I guess this is a cav line, but sort of not a cav line. It's really just a one-trick pony with this dance on Leaf, and if you can survive that, great. Really, the whole play of this is turn 2, and Gray actually survived that. Very nice. If you can survive initial engagement, you also got to have a green counter here, and then green check is everybody's favorite dagger. Went too deep, though. I think if you would have backed off a bit, if you had a chance, maybe you had a chance, but look at what Crom's going to do here. Get a hit off, bang up some of the back line, and then they got another Nott. Not enough, and I think that should do it. Get some SP, surrender. So I'm really pleased with the result of this. Sort of spoiling the punchline here, or protecting the punchline of how well this did. We got about 6 more minutes to defend, so we'll keep that a secret for now, I guess. But, you know, Byleth's introduction of my defense is really to stop these teams with Adel. And you can see, again, they had 2 units in range of the Leaf that both would have died. So Gale Force, both dead. And let's see if this Adel can survive. Here's Crom with some armor effective damage. You know, weaken her up a bit. She has enough to die by the Nott. Thanks, Nott. You can see Byleth just getting gravitated over there. He didn't even get a chance to play with her. That's the whole point, bud. Like, I want you to play with Adels. I promise you, I think we'll see at least one Byleth versus Adel here later. If I'm wrong, you can get your money back. Air's here with Disarm Trap. This is not a trap play. I have not seen anyone attempt a Gale Force on this. You can win this, I guess. There is no duo structure. This is the tank formation I've seen pretty much all week. And this is awesome. I really like the way this Chris handles himself against all these blues. Now, he's getting soul every couple of attacks here. Byleth goes down with no problem. This is a scary place to be in with 5 blues against 1 red, but the defensive posture is great. They've got Lucina and Peony in the back line. But, I mean, he's doing no damage, but he's surviving. How much longer can he survive? Can he survive these knots? He keeps getting healing. And it's finally enough to overwhelm him, get to the back line. And I did get pulse smoked by him, so the leaf attack didn't go through. But at this point, if you lost your tank, it should be enough to knock the rest of this down. And it's not quite, but close counter that saves the day. And that's enough. I've got 2 units lost. I guess technically I'm in danger of a -10, but they surrendered like you should in that situation. +10 Dagger, +10 Freya with Pulse Smoke. That's her default kit. Milla. I'd love to run a Milla team. I didn't run Milla team this whole week. This Ike is terrifying. With all that speed, he doesn't have quick reverse. He's just going pure speed. Again, another orientation. This is my weak point. I got to figure out how I can stop this construction. I mean, we only can make this work if you have 3 missing things in the back line. I guess I got unlucky in the sense that everybody has their back line clear. But then, you know, lucky in the sense that the Captain Hunt fight earlier didn't count towards scoring. And I have a feeling this Ike's going to take the day. Look at that. Just 5 damage? Did I get pulse smoked? Is that what happened there? Not the kind of output I want to see with Byleth. But, you know, let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Good plug while we watch this Ike. He's got the advantage now. I mean, a strong green against 5 blues. You've pretty much going to win here unless I can get to your back line. But let me know in the comments below how your week's going, how the Nott era's faring for you. Are you using her? How have you been managing to survive? Will you survive? Ike survive. Now it's just a question of how they're getting the pots. And this always feels bad when I have to take a hit with Peony. Ugh, gross. Unfortunately, never got any of my special to trigger. Oh, I mean, I guess they may have needed to do that, Cordy. Oh, you're dunking on me. I love it. Another missing 3 structures in the back line with Tactics Room. You guys love this meta. I'm still going to beat you, though. So you can keep doing this. I'll lose every now and then. That Ike didn't count towards scoring either. So, yeah, you got far save, but you don't have everything fully protected here. There's a Nott. Boom! 100 damage against the Peony. Gotta have that far save across the board, Haruma. Gotta do that. And that was a win, I believe. That counted. Another +10 Ike. Ike's been the bane of my existence. You know why? Because Ike's really good. And unfortunately, I am not running anything with Hardy Bearing here. There's not really much for me to run Hardy Bearing on. You know, the Crom's not going to have enough speed to get a double off anyway. Leaf doesn't really want to run Hardy Bearing. I don't know if a Hardy Bearing Nott would make any difference. You guys have suggested maybe Gale Force Nott. Yeah, I'm not trying to play it simple. It's just Gale Force is going to be pretty hard to maneuver. If it fails, it fails. I'd rather just hit some Moonbows. But man, these Ikes, this is a different version. So this Ike's in the corner playing a dual tank with Freya. Very well done. I love this clear. I mean, I love this clear because it's an Ike clear, so I could steal it perhaps. I don't think my Ike really had a chance to survive here. I gotta figure out why. I actually should test this out. But we'll see some similar plays with my Ike here coming up in a moment. Again, Peony Lucina is just pretty tough to overcome unless you have Hardy Bearing. And so many people are running some sort of flash now that it's like you guys have forgotten that Ike exists. I mentioned this last time. Thanks, Rinko. I think we're going to get you back later, Rinko, so stay tuned for that rematch. But that, again, didn't count. And those were the 3 losses of the week. So, what do we got here? We have a... Is that a far save, Hector? Sorry, I wasn't looking. So, the Goat Lady's not protected. Look at that. Yep. You got to protect everybody, guys. So, Goat Lady is going to kill me. Nope. Didn't kill me. She's going to get... well, actually, I didn't see that coming. Crumb says, no, I got this. And then this makes me happy. Moonbow, Nott, boom, goes the Hector. Down goes Hector. I love to see it, guys. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And that was it. That will do it for defense. 3 losses, the rest successes. A lot of fights this week. That's a perfect defense, guys. I think that's 2 weeks. Is that 3 weeks in a row, perfect defense? I'm pretty excited. So at this point, we just need to close out the offensive end. We've already lost 40 points. Probably shouldn't have lost 40 points. Again, we're in the 6th ladder meta. Ooh, La Rochelle. Again, this is what I was talking about during the defense. Look, there's no Hardy Bearing here. As soon as I see there's no Hardy Bearing, it's Ike. Like, it's just going to be Ike, unless there's some other shenanigans like a lunge or a strong red. Now, the strong red is this Larce, but she's got repel, so as long as I can put somebody in front of Ike, she can't... You can see I'm highlighting the place I want to plonk. She can't get me turn 1, and everybody else is vulnerable. Everybody else is going to die. That La Rochelle is gone. I kind of love the flash meta, guys, because I have a solution for it with Ike, Null Counter Disrupt. If you don't have a Null Counter Disrupt team, you guys got to invest in it. I think it's one of the most important things to invest in the meta right now. I mean, I can definitely see why people are having a lot of trouble in AR if you don't have something that can deal with these counters. I would say to defense, again, you've got to run some sort of version of Ike counter here too. But I'm in the same boat. It's tough for me to deal with, so I can't do it all. So let's break down the team. There's aerobatics here. Again, I'm just looking for any sort of trick. There's just no way anybody can get me on this left side, at least up front. So let's take a look again at what Repel's doing,
Leave it to me.
and then just proceed. So I admit, guys, it's going to be a lot of Ikes, mainly because I just keep seeing these flash teams. You throw me a flash team, I'm going to run Ike. And then the other reason is it's not Milla. It's not Milla time. I have not been able to successfully field the team for 2 reasons. With Milla and Freya, because it doesn't score well for me, because my Freya doesn't have a lot of scoring. So it always would be a downgrade scoring-wise. I'm making sure that Larce can't hit me. She can go down 4 spots if she gets danced. Feel pretty comfortable about this. I'm flashed. Once again, Null Counter Disrupt. Unless we get some new stupid skill that prevents that from happening, take down her really quickly. And there's no red up front. Nott is great, but if I can bait a Nott in a little murder hole here with all the structures, I'm good. I'm good. Now, I'm going to say this does take some thinking, so we're going to be here a while. There's a lot going on. There's a Elegant with Wings of Mercy. And I feel like I take forever to make this play. You can see that there is some threat range with that aerobatics jump on... Actually, is it an aerobatics jump? No, it's not. I think I spend a lot of this video here looking at the aerobatics, but it's not an aerobatics jump. Okay, so now I'm looking at the defensive posture against this Larce. I'm debating whether or not I want to engage her now or later, and I mean, this dagger has nothing else to do, so I'm going to make that play off the bat. And now, wow, actually, the reason the dancer is jumping isn't because of aerobatics, it's because of freaking Catria's movement, and she will get it. That's a mistake on my part. I thought it was an aerobatics jump, and no, that's not what's going on. That Elegant is a flyer, so I'm just looking around here to see, looking at the Bright Shrine now. If I open that up, that kind of makes Catria vulnerable to hit my backline, so I don't want to do that. So I am deciding just to go tank this and then run away. I actually do not want to engage this Larce, because what will happen is the L will move and then prevent the Dancer from hitting me. So I want to get this Dancer off the field, at least one of them. So I was double checking to make sure I've got enough firepower and oomph to take this. For what it's worth, Goat Lady can normally hit some squishy Dancers. I don't really trust her to hit like a Bram or other strong units. I'm looking at this Larce. You're giving me a kill with Peony. I kind of like that, but I don't really want to waste my dance. There's a Wings of Mercy there, but there's also a healing tower, so I end up making that play. And then, do I want to be more aggressive? Again, if you watch part 1, I have to get all the pots. I have no room for error, so I cannot. I'm being very careful on what I do. I do not want to clear the field. If I do that, tier 39's at risk, top 1000's at risk, maybe even a gold chair is at risk. So we don't want to screw around. So here's what I decided. I'm going to be more aggressive. I looked at the L here. He's running Soul. Much like I got bullied on my defense, I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that the L doesn't have a lot of firepower. And then from here, it gets a little dicey, because that Aether on the left isn't in a great position at this point, and L's going to take a big chunk out of me, and I'm not being healed by my backline healing tower. So I got the decisions to make. I think this Freya play is pretty obvious. She doesn't have anything else to do, so I'm just going to make that. I don't want to hit that bolt on below her, though, because that will potentially put L in danger zone. I ended up deciding to go with Lucina. Lucina's bulk is enough to take that hit. She will double him, but it doesn't matter. He's got enough defense to take him on. As you can see, I'm only doing 5 damage. Even if I Luna him, which I will not get off, because I'm at 3 cooldown. Now I've got that right Aether under wraps. I've got Luna ready to go. First play should just be to get that Aether with Freya. I'm looking at... I can kill him. I mean, it's just there for the taking. Air can get that right now, so I end up deciding to just take both Aether. At the very least, even if I lost a unit for some stupid reason, I would probably take it. I just need the Aether, guys. It's all about the Aether here. I'm on pace with a perfect defense to have top 1000. Even if I probably screw up here, I probably can lose 80 points and still get top 1000. But we got a healing tower here. At this point, again, it's just Soul, so it doesn't really matter if I damage him. And then, ooh, Lucina comes in the clutch with that Luna. Boom. Very nice. We've got a lot more to go, though, guys. There's only 2 fights left, but we've got 20 more minutes of content. You know what that means? Bad things happen, so let's roll the dice. I need 1 more fight to unlock the last fight, and then we'll look at an overview of this week's results. 20 more minutes of content. Man, what goes wrong here? Well, I'm looking at this, and I don't like it. I mean, this is a Veronica, a Nott team. It's another Sigurd trap on there. There's so much going on. There's 2 rallies. There's a rally speed. Only thing we don't have here is a Catria. And it's unfortunate because Azura's here, and you just don't see her that much. Most likely because of Milla, but because this week we don't have Milla, I actually didn't see. Does that Veronica have odd recovery? Actually, I'm surprised we don't see Azura's more often with odd recovery in play, because this is a tactics team, too. Yikes. So I can't hide. You can see, what I believe is going to happen is that Sigurd's going to dance on the Claude, and I'm looking at the threat ranges now. You can see the Byleth's going to have a rally trap, and then get dance, and he can go all over the place. So this sucks. I can't run Adel because Byleth. I can't run Ike because, I mean, just my red tanks just don't ever work anymore. Mostly because of Flash and Claude. Claude's an Ike killer. This is just really a roll of the dice. I don't really have much I can do, but I do target that gravity trap there. I can at least go into defensive mode by breaking the structure with air and then breaking the 4, dancing, and then I can at least get everybody up there. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to get panicked. Let's see how well I can survive. In my test, I've been able to take these Byleths no problem, really, with Ike. So, I'm ready to go. Let's dance. Shove up. I've got full res. I've decided what I want to do with these left folks. Do I want to hide them to the left? I can do that. I can be more aggressive. I'm just going to go play it safe. And hopefully see if I can survive this and come out of it alive. Alright, so there should be a dance on the defense panel to start things off. Okay. No. I don't understand why Byleth went first there. I don't know if it would have made a difference because he just annihilated me. Okay, I can deal with a Byleth, but he didn't die. Look at that. What is with this? He's not dying. I think is it his A skill? Normally it can bait him out, but because he was so deep there in the trenches, I guess his defense was so... I'm just so mad. I'm just going to kill that Azura because I'm so mad. Moosh, so, I mean, that was looking pretty bad for me to begin with. That's loss number 3. So let's try it. Roll the dice one more time. Looks pretty good. If I see a dancer of this caliber, it's normally fine, but okay. My eye just goes right to that, the red flyer. Why have I forgot his name? Ashnard. Okay, jeez. I'm not much of a Tellius fan if I forget Ashnard's name. Okay, Soth is here with Peshkats. You can see I'm highlighting that place. Because Nott's here, and they think they've got me with windsweep, it's a good tanking position, and there really is no follow-up. There's 2 dancers. This is not a complicated rally trap play. That because Katria is here, that dancer can jump to get the Ashnard going. And I'm really actually worried about the right sides. You see that hell? I don't want her going straight down and then getting danced. Although I don't think that's what would happen anyway, because it's the 7th slot trap. The dance should be taken from the... right off the bat. So this is... I mean, when I've had success against Katria teams, it's when I let them come to me. Don't get in their face. Let them come to me. And it feels like it's a viable strategy here, because... my only concern is how open that right side of the field is. Ugh. This is going to be a tough fight. Let's see what we have. I did end up going Ike again. It's just going to be Ike all the time, guys. Again, you keep throwing these flashes and wind sweeps at me. I have to run my null counter. And he matches up so well against everybody here except the Ashnard. But I feel like I've got an answer. I've got a bolt tower. I can actually wait a turn. I can wait a turn. They're not going to come at me immediately. But again, I don't want to screw around. I want to get the Aether as fast as possible. So I end up going to go on turn 1 here. Now, I'm debating this right side. I'm really worried about this hell. And I want to make sure at least I have some options on turn 2. The danger is really going to be on turn 2. What's going to happen after there? I do believe I can beat the dagger boy, and then pretty much make sure none of his preferred weapon really gets off. So what I'd like to do is get Peony probably on that left side, and I think I can do that by just moving dagger down 1, dance... Actually, no, dagger end turn, dance the dagger goes down, Ike, and then Air should be able to move over, and then Lucina right below Ike. That's the plan. Let's see if we can do it.
If you say so.
I do have some second thoughts here. It does take me a little bit of time to play out. And again, this is previously recorded. So here we go. I actually ended up just going dagger down. So
leave it to me.
yeah, I want to move Ike there so I get the buffs. Now I have to make a decision. Where do I want to go? You know, Air can hidey hole, but she's going to need an assist from Lucina. Or I could do that, but I'm a little worried about that Ashnard coming straight down at me, or another unit. So what I end up doing is just moving... Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, never mind. I guess I was satisfied with the ability of... to not be hit there.
What's next?
I guess I'm concerned about the turn 2 to move to the left side. If I would have moved over there. Alright, let's go. Alright, so there is the dance. There's the rally. And then, as expected, so they did get a double with the song. Thankfully, he didn't have an impact skill, because he ended up dying by quick riposte. And this Ashnard's going to be a tough nut to crack. You can see I did 0 damage outside of Aether. Thankfully, I have some I have some room to maneuver on the left side. Katria is not giving anybody else bonuses. It's just the Dancer and the Hell. So that's good news for us.
Understood.
This is tough. I'm in freaking like claustrophobic nightmare over here on this left side. Again, kudos to Heidi Hole, column 1. He's the real MVP, guys. If I didn't have that Heidi Hole to play with, I feel like I'd lose at least 30% more of my fights. As you can see, I have to have Lucina in the back line. I'm not worried about it, though, because nobody can jump. There's going to be some rally nonsense going on with the Katria. So there's a Canto, rally, dance. And this scared the heck out of me moving over here. But the Dancer wants to prioritize hitting me instead. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted, but there's the explosion. Let's beat this Ashnard. Wait, what? We can't beat the Ashnard because he's ridiculous. Okay. We've got a kill secured with Lucina, but let's see if we can smoke the field. I just made this really quickly. Let's smoke. Clearly that's going to be enough for Ashnard to go down, right? Yeah, I got this, right, guys? Smoke. Defense smoke. Oh, still 0. Still 0. What are those peony buffs? Lucina buffs? Okay. Ashnard's a scary dude. So with a lot of deliberation, I end up having to make this play with Lucina. It's my only shot. Thank you, no guard. Thankfully there's no guard on there, so I can actually get my Luna off. Pretty scary. And then we're going to have a look of what we're going to do next. There's Wings of Mercy in play, and again, all of this conservativeness by me is the Aether. I have to get this Aether. I do not want to collect the win. It has to be the Aether. And if I go forward, if I beat that Hell, what I'm worried about is the Peony's Wings of Mercy jumping and then hitting the Ike, and everybody else dies. Don't want that. So now we're going to do some checks on speed and attack with Peony. I end up getting caught in the weeds here with all this speed. I'm doing speed checks. It doesn't matter. One of the things I'm failing to discount is that she's not going to be healed, so I don't really care as long as she doesn't have Desperation on. Air should be okay. Now I'm worried about the Menace. Again, it's more speed concerns. Menace with the Nott. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be a one-shot against the Dancer because she only has 3 HP. Come on, Air. You can come through. As long as you can take 1 hit from a Dancer, that's all I need you to do. That's all I need. So, I mean, she's getting that bond. I'm freaking out over here, guys. Menace, the bond. Oh, God, this is so gross. So gross. But the play is to hide. Again, I just need the Aether to have this week be a success. I don't really like rolling the dice and having Air be the one that takes things for me, but at least I can get that Aether now. Oh, come on, girl. You got this. You got this. Please don't die. No. There's a rally. Okay, good. Very nice. And then these two should just go away. And we're left with Katria. Very nice. Very good. Yay. Alrighty then. Got the Aether. Don't even have to think about this. Do a double check on our special. There's no Gale Force. I'm ready to go. I don't have to think about this. I've done this a billion times. You're dead. Yay! 1 more to go, guys. 1 more to go. 3 ladders. Can we close this out? Get 2 weeks in a row top 1,000. It's been a long time. All the griping of, the meta and... here we go. So I'm gonna choose between my 3 units here to rematch, or players rather to rematch, and I'm gonna go with Captain Hunt. Let's see what you got, boy. All right, this is the part of the program where I like to say thank you. I asked for the 6th ladder because I mean the plus 10 Hector was showing. I really discounted the fact that he's running far save. So you'll see one of the mistakes, quotation marks, I make here. But again, Captain Hunt basically just like a moth to the flame. I'm looking at that defense panel. I'm looking at the fact that Bram is a 7-slot unit. And I'm like, well, this is going to be easy, right? I just go over there and just get on that defense panel. Yeah, I see all these things. No big deal. A lot of armor march. This was close. This was close. This was close to being a success. The problem is, we'll see. Again, I've kind of ruined it. This is just gross. There's just too much here. And I'm going to start this off by just putting air in a position to try to whittle down this Bram. And there is no like turn one trick here. There's odd recovery, but there's no trick. So I can wait. Unfortunately, I am getting. I mean, I got unlucky with the. Would this have worked out any different if I? Oh God, there's far save. Ah crap, I didn't see that. No, not sure it would actually matter. But really, the star of the show here is that catapult knocking my bolt tower off. If the bolt tower actually gets off on that Bram, I should eventually be able to knock him down. Again, will it matter? Which unit do you think I disrespected the most? You'd think it might be the Hector, but look at that Ephraim. That Ephraim is actually really terrifying. And I just don't fight him enough to really deal with that. And we're going to see this play out. The problem here is there's so much armor march. I don't want to get attacked by the ranged unit and then get hit in the back line. I'm going to watch this with a critical eye because this is the first time I've watched the replay. I would love to run Lucina right behind Ike like the good old days. I'm opening up that side so maybe we can deal with the Bram with another unit. I have to make a play. Do I want to break the tactics room? No, I kind of don't. I just sort of want one thing to fight me, but maybe it was a bad idea. I'd like to get this fight back. Maybe I should have friend requested a captain here. Because I would have loved to test this team.
Just you try.
I mean, this spot's pretty safe, and I'm actually going to let Freya transform herself and see if we can get her there. I'm just terrified of the spot behind Ike. Here we go. So this is not bad. I'm just not getting a bonus. So maybe if I would have done that, she would have died if Lucina would have been there. And now you probably wouldn't have died, though. That heal really kills me. That heal just, that was it. The fact that, look at this. It's just too much crap. I'm freaking overwhelmed. What is this? I've never seen a position, thanks Nott. Like, this is the first time in the history of the channel Ike has just basically been completely pincered. He's being attacked from all sides. This is insane. And with the near safe Ephraim, I can't really help him at all. I would love to just pick off that Nott with Goat, but I can't. There's a big Ignis coming here from Ephraim, and it's, you can see I can't quite kill him. I'm doing 6 damage. I mean, Hector's now out of the way.
I'll tread lightly.
Man, I probably should have. Just had Lucina help. I was just too scared. I've just had so many bad things in the past go wrong with that sort of setup. I think I might have had it. The healer would have died. I'm now forced to retreat. I don't really have a choice. I can't deal with Bram and all of these things. Just take your medicine, Indulger. End the misery. There's no getting out of this, dude. Everybody's buffed. This Trianza really killed me with the guard. Oh, God.
I'll tread lightly.
Struggle in vain. Just be done with it. Here comes the Ignis. Get out of the way. And, you know, one thing to note, I was actually seeing if I could have Goat Lady help me here and have somebody else come off, but as you can see, Ephraim's getting armor march, so I can't move up. I can't move to the right because nobody would hit me that I want to hit me. I guess I could bait out Erica, but it doesn't do anything, nor would it matter. I got nothing else to say. This is so gross.
Yes.
But yeah, again, thanks IS for the ladder. I would not normally do this with so much on the line. But, you know, why not? Let's give it a shot. I said, essentially, this is only a 50 fight. Even if I lost, it's not a big deal. I felt pretty confident. I could get a win in 3 more cracks at it.
The glimmer of life.
Ended up deciding that's my play. Here comes Ephraim. Ow! That hurt a lot, and I'm getting nothing in response. Here comes the dance. Oh, God. I mean, Ike's hanging on to die by the healer. This is so pathetic. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. That was stupid. Thanks for the fight, Captain Hunt. You beat me and you beat me, so. We're going to close it out with Rinko. Alright, guys, home stretch. Let's finish this out. First thing I see, there's no Hardy Bearing. Second thing I see, there's no red units. Third thing I see, there's an open lane here. Like, what? You can't give me an open lane. So there's literally nothing that's stopping me, Rinko. There's nothing. If you would have simply just put a structure in front of to the left of that 67, I'm gonna sweat a bit. I don't know if I can do exactly what I want to do here. But you've just given me an open lane. I mean, I know I do that on my side, but I at least put traps in the way. Generally speaking, I don't ever advise doing open lanes because it just makes so much more things available. Vantage strats, Gale Force strats. Everybody's running guard. Okay. Whatever. You can do that. Again, there's so much razzle dazzle these days. It's just I normally can clear these pretty easily. I'm gonna start us off by going to the left and hiding my 3 units. And again, if there was something there, I don't think I can do this because that Veronica's in threat range. But let's get some buffs to Ike by dancing, moving up, and shoving. And then I've got everything in range here. And let's count it out, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Game over. 2 blue units. The Notts remain. I don't need the Aether. So there you go. That will do it. We're concluding here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you want to see more weekly Aether Raids fights. Again, I will call to action to if you want to be part of my mock battles team. I'm trying to do 1 a week. I didn't get any requests last time, so what I'm looking to see there is some new faces on the show that haven't been featured before. So what you can do is just basically send me a friend request, and I will get just queued up. Thanks, Rinko. Thanks for all the people that we've fought this week. Is it enough for top 1,000? It looks like it. 480 with 6 hours to go. Pretty nice. I'm happy. I'm happy with the results here. I'm not really happy with the meta. We can have a longer discussion on the meta. I mean, it's what I've seen described in Reddit and Discord is that it's like you have the counters or you don't. It's just kind of like, here's the top 50 players. Congratulations to everybody involved here. Here's Cordy. Whoa. Wait, did we just fight Cordy? Or did we not? No, we didn't rematch them. That was the person we didn't rematch. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I had a top 50 player on the list here. Maybe I should have rematched them and kicked them off. Oh, well, that's a bummer. I didn't even see that. Next time I actually got to look at my top 50 before I actually rematch. I don't know. And there's some concerning behavior I see here. So, perpetual friends of the channel that rank high, Fred and Shining Luna, both did not do well this week. It looks like Shining Luna took a break. So, you guys, if you're out there, you're watching, what's going on? You just have a bad week? I don't know. It happens. But, if you do want to be more part of more Aether Raid fun time, do consider joining my Discord channel. We have a lot of fun there. We talk all kinds of things going on in the game, and then you guys can share your mock battles amongst yourselves as well and get more feedback. I can only do so much for you guys. So we're winding down here. That is the top 50. Thanks for all the support, everyone. Again, best thing you can do to help the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Next week, we've got Naga, Seiros. Oh, I'm exhausted. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye.